Did you know that there's a plant? You won't believe this. I don't believe it. But they said so. National Geographic, except on the issue of evolution, surely doesn't lie. So there's this plant in some jungle somewhere, and it flowers, and there's a little pool of poisonous water down there. And little bugs come up over the edge, and at the top here it's slippery, and they lose their footing and fall in and die. And they feed the plant. Now that's important. That's interesting. But that's not the interesting thing ultimately. The interesting thing ultimately is that there's a spider who only lives by dropping by his little silver cord down into this and plucking those little dead animals and eating them. Let us all bow down and worship mindless matter and natural selection. And I mean, you just need to know where I'm coming from. When we get to the judgment seat, and Mr. Dawkins and Hitchens and they say, ooh. And God says, now, what was that? You said about the way that spider came into being and the way humans came into being. And he said, well, we thought it was just nothing. I mean, just forces that just kind of, it just, just happened. And I think God's going to look at me. He's just gonna laugh, and the universe is gonna shake. I mean, I cannot take it seriously. I know you scientists think, oh, this guy's so out of touch. I can't. I've tried to take it seriously. It is so laughable. Hear it. Write it down, God. Piper said in San Luis Obispo, this thing is so laughable, it takes an absolute believer to embrace it. Well, I don't know how I got on that. I was trying to illustrate that the universe exists to display the glory of God, and therefore those who try to give an account for the universe that exists in a non-God way are not only laughable, but they are blasphemous. This is God's story. The heavens are telling the glory of God. Open your ears, he's saying. It is all over the place. And we will give an account of whether we heard that word or saw that glory. This is not fun and games here. This is God speaking to us. You ride this coast. Now, here I am. I'm down at a little hotel about 15 minutes that way. I'm a little, I don't know what they call it, cottage inn or something like that. And there's a swimming pool by the ocean. I thought, that is ridiculous. Look at that. It's about, it's about the size of this stage, not quite. And I looked at the pool, and then I looked up. I thought, this is a man pool, and that's a God pool. It's everywhere. There are voices everywhere. Just open your eyes and open your ears and pray for the Holy Spirit to give you a sensitivity of what the wasted life would be, namely a life that doesn't see it, a life that doesn't hear it, and a life that isn't shaped by the meaning of the universe to display the glory of God. We are being called to join Him in His own self-glorification.